Antibiotics are amazing things. They fight and prevent infection by killing bacteria and stopping them from spreading. In fact, antibiotics have a large hand in why the human race wasn't wiped out years ago. Unfortunately, antibiotics do not come without their downfalls, and it's becoming an increasing problem with more and more of the population suffering with IBS, bloating, and issues with gut health. Hey you guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. While you're here, why not hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also say hi in the comment section below. It really does help me reach more people suffering with gut health problems, IBS, IBD, and bloating. Today's video is all about how antibiotics affect your gut health and about what you need to know about your gut microbiome. Before we can talk about how antibiotics affect your gut health, we need to establish what is gut microbiome and how does it work. So, what do you need to know about gut microbiome? Every single one of us has unique gut microbiome and unique gut flora. Gut microbiome is made up of millions and trillions of bacteria, and the best way to think about gut microbiome going forward is like a construction site on a house. When you have work being done on a house, you have loads of different groups of people and they all have specific jobs. You have bricklayers, roofers, tilers, scaffolders, painters and decorators, electricians, roofers, and so many more. Our gut has a constant job and it very rarely, if ever, gets a break or a chance to recover. In the grand scheme of things, we are constantly putting food and drink into our mouths, into our stomachs, and then our gut microbiome is expected to just take care of the rest. Now, this is where the analogy of the house building comes in and the different people who have very specific jobs. For example, if you were to eat something like an apple, apples have cellulose in them, and there's a specific group of workmen in your gut microbiome whose only job is to separate the sugar from the cellulose, and that is the only thing they do. Once that sugar has been separated from cellulose, a different bacteria is in charge of coming along, collecting that sugar, and then burning it for fuel and energy. As you move further down the digestive tract, you still have so many different people with different jobs. One specific type of microbiome, their job is to ferment. So they would ferment sugars and then spew out waste. And you would think that waste is, well, waste, but actually there's a whole other microbiome that then feeds off of that waste and provides even more energy, which is then absorbed by the cells lining your gut and your digestive tract. What is really important to understand here is that different foods are made up of different compounds, so different foods require a different collection of workers in order to break it down completely. For example, if you ate an apple versus a chocolate bar, there's going to be a much more diverse crew working on breaking down that apple versus breaking down that chocolate bar. And the more complex the food is, the more diverse your gut microbiome is going to be. And the more diverse your gut microbiome is, the better. So that's gut microbiome. Now let's talk about how antibiotics affect your gut health. Antibiotics as a medication inhibits the growth and destroys microorganisms. Now, all of those workers in the gut that I just spoke about, the ones breaking down cellulose, the ones taking the sugar to the gut, the ones that are fermenting to make waste to give energy, they're all good bacteria and they're all positive workers. But herein lies the problem with antibiotics. Antibiotics don't care if you're good, bad, have a purpose. They do not judge. They are just there to destroy. So with every antibiotic you take, more and more helpful microbes and bacteria fall to the wayside and die off. And this, my friends, is why you feel like antibiotics could be affecting your gut health poorly, making you feel like you're always bloated. Bloating may be a big sign that something isn't right, but antibiotics actually have a long list of contributing side effects that could be contributing to your bloated belly. Oh, let's get a little more comfy. Oh, that's better. These side effects include nausea, diarrhea, yeast infections, vomiting, abdominal pain, loss of appetite, constipation, bloating, indigestion, and so many other intestinal problems. So what do antibiotics do to your gut health? Well, they don't help it, that's for sure. Some antibiotics like ciprofloxacin and clindamycin have been shown to wipe out a specific microbe in your gut called butyrate. And the problem is it's been shown to wipe out butyrate for several months and possibly even a year. Now, butyrate's job is really important, and the fact that antibiotics could be killing it off is a serious problem, leading to foods not being broken down as quickly, which then irritates your gut, causing you to have severe bloating and make your IBS symptoms worse. Antibiotics go in and they kill all of the workers, which means that when you eat food, there is no one there to receive it, no one there to organize it into categories, no one there to break it down and turn it into energy, and the whole scene just turns into chaos. This is why it is so important that antibiotics should only be used for true bacterial infections. And the majority of the time, the antibiotics antibiotics that you'll be prescribed will be advised to take with food, and this will help protect your gut microbiome. There are things that can help limit the damage of antibiotics and boost your gut microbiome to help it thrive. Some of the things you can do include eating as many types of food as you possibly can. Like I said earlier, different foods require different groups of microbiome, and the more microbiome, the healthier your gut. So try and eat as many different fruits and vegetables as possible. The great things about fruit and veg is they're very complex, and a cabbage would take a whole different team to what an apple would take to break down. You can also increase your fiber intake and take your antibiotics with probiotic yogurt and kefir. I really do need to stress just how amazing antibiotics are. The human race probably wouldn't still exist without them, and they save our lives every day and prevent us from pain like we have never imagined. But now that you know what you need to know about gut microbiome and how antibiotics affect your gut health, next time you're prescribed a course of antibiotics, you can speak to your doctor about what it's going to do to your gut health, and maybe they can help you limit the damage whilst you're taking the course. You can also at this point in time voice to your doctor any current bloating and digestive problems that you're having, because maybe changing to a different antibiotic would give you less bloating side effects and also save your GI tract from some harm. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. Hopefully this video told you everything you need to know about gut microbiome, and also hopefully now you understand a little bit further how antibiotics affect your gut health. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, make sure to jump on down to that subscribe button, and also say hey in the comment section below. If you have anything you'd like to add, please drop it in the comment section below. It is all about learning from each other and helping each other out. If you'd like, jump on over to my Instagram story. I will link my handle for you just there. I talk on my stories pretty much every day about what I'm up to and what's going on in my life. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Bye!